Hey everybody on the interweb, how's it going? Uh, we got an interesting situation developed with the Star Wars Acolyte. Now I haven't seen it, mostly because I don't watch Disney Plus, and there's a very good reason for that. And the very good reason for that is because I don't want to see Star Wars The Acolyte. I missed out on X-Men '97. That's fine. I'll live with that. I'll live that with that for the rest of my days. But I am so proud that I missed out on the Acolyte. You know what? I really want to talk about this just for a few minutes. Just the 16% versus the 84% from the critics. The audience. To me, the audience score is more important. I don't know how long that the critic score is going to matter to most people. If they keep citing just not just doing it in out of favor of the audience, then I don't think it's going to matter for much longer. If it still matters, I think to a lot of people it doesn't matter because I get the strong feeling that most people care more about the audience. But I don't want to talk about that right now. I just want to talk about the Star Wars fandom in general. The Star Wars fandom to me has probably been one of the most, if not the most, welcoming fandoms I have ever known. Well, was. I'll get to that for a minute. They've been courteous, respectful, and all the right. Well, they could be that again by the looks of what's been happening. Um, and everyone had a place within the Star Wars fandom. There was the prequel fans. There was the original trilogies fans. There was the Clone War fans. There was like the book fans. The book fans was like an elite club. Like you had to read the books to get it. To get it. Like to get the next phase in the Star Wars franchise, the book fans were ahead of the game. The book fans could look down on everybody else, and so could the comic book fans. The extended EU fandom was huge. It was great. Then Disney comes along and says, "Hey, I can make things better. I can make more movies for you guys." And a lot of people were skeptical, and I was one of the few that was like, "Hey, that's not fair, guys. Disney's a big company. They'll make decisions that will get the money. They're not going to be dumb. Guys, you're big. Guys, I'm putting my hands on my hands on my hip like, guys, I'm shaking my finger. Guys, come on. Be cool. Let them have it. Let them run Star Wars for a few years." Now I look like a fool. Because once they got Star Wars, they did they did a very divisive trilogy that broke the Star Wars fandom in half. It was just the most nastiest name calling I've seen in a while. One side calling them a bunch of Islamophobes, the other side just being angry with the fact that their thing has been taken from them and replaced, and yelling out insults of their own back at the calling them shills and everything else. But now, and that persisted for years, but now, the Acolyte, the great unifier, has come down from the sky and has gifted us the greatest gift of all. A unified enemy that we can all truly hate and just wail on for the next few years. Now, to be fair to the series, it hasn't finished. So, in the next, I don't know, how long is this thing anyway? I think the last time I checked it was like 8. I'm not going to look for it right now. The last time I checked it was like 8 seasons, 8 episodes. Yuck. I'm not sitting through for that. I'm not sitting for that one. But you know what? I can't. The actors and actresses in this, nobody really has said any nasty words about their ability to perform. They have said nasty things about the script and what's been portrayed on the screen and how the lore is just being decimated. Now, people said that this is the death of Star Wars. On the contrary, I feel like Star Wars is coming back in a much better way than it was before. The fandom has reunited in our blissful hatred of the Acolyte. The Acolyte has made us a united front, and it's going to keep happening. Like, it's like, I remember I woke up today and I remember hearing it was like 20%. It's down to all the way 16%. Now I'm going to bed. Like, think about that for a fraction of a minute. This franchise has suffered a lot of just bad quality content over the years. The Star Wars Christmas special, some lackluster episodes, and come all over the place. Like maybe something from like Clone Wars. The prequel trilogy is not living up to expectation. Then the sequel trilogy just ruining everything, and then finally the Disney Plus shows just starting out pretty strong with Mandalorian, then just kind of tapering out into mediocrity. With Andor being the only notable exception. And maybe Ahsoka, but I think people are starting to sour on Ahsoka. And we were all just departing and just like giving up or not even really talking about it. Now, everybody's talking about the Acolyte. And we're hating on it. We're spitting on it. And then I realized something very beautiful about the Star Wars. About the Star Wars fandom. And just the franchise in general. If Disney runs it into the ground, and I mean nobody watches it, and it's just like obliterated, Star Wars isn't dead. The Star Wars fandom will be here after Disney Plus. After Disney's and Bob Iger's decisions and Kathleen Kennedy's, all of their decisions to destroy this franchise will be meaningless because we'll just get rid of whatever they put forth. I mean, we might keep some of it, but the next people who get Star Wars will not be making their mistakes, will not be talking down to the fans, will not be putting themselves on this untouchable pedestal. The next people who get Star Wars will understand the lore. The next people who get Star Wars will respect what came before. The other people who will get Star Wars will try and get George Lucas's vision better. They may actually do better jobs than George Lucas, although I wouldn't hold my breath. But the thing about Star Wars is, it doesn't die. We're gonna still be fans after it. We're just waiting for them to just realize they may own the rights to Star Wars, but Star Wars belongs to us. So, until they figure that out, we're gonna just have a little bit of fun mocking all their acolytes and their other, let's say, witch dancing in the Force. Yeah, this is gonna be here for a while, but so will we. But so will we. In fact, I guarantee we will outlast them. Because this is just a franchise. This is just a thing for money. A thing to put cash into their pockets. To us, Star Wars is a big part of our lives. It's something that was introduced to us by a loved one. It was something that we introduced a loved one to. It was something that we share with each other. It's a beautiful and wondrous thing. They can never destroy it. They can only try and make a muted attempt to copy the success of it in this pathetic, like slapped together. What do we call it? What do we call this? Slapped together attempt and get, well, you see what they're getting. But until they realize that we're not going anywhere and they're going to have to try and satisfy us, well, I guess we'll keep going for a while. Should be interesting in the next couple of months. Should be very interesting in the next couple of years. All right, guys, I'll see you. It's been fun. This ride's been fun. How about you guys? Let me know in the comments section. Have you been having fun? Oh, let me talk today with the Star Wars The Acolytes. All right, I'll catch you guys in the next one.